I think you're going to have to fix your mic. You sound like you are way back
that's
in the
because
room.
my mic is way over there.
Oh, okay.
Let's bring the mic into the picture and see if
Look
they can
at
hear
that.
me now.
Hi, Mike. Yes, I can hear you better. Hi, James. Hi.
Hello, Kelly.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. We've come back together again. I'm so glad we have this time together. My name is Kelly, right?
And I'm James Ernest, and we're here all week. The handcrafted small batch podcast with twice the flavors of the leading brand.
So much chocolate, so much peanut butter. You've got
So
it
much
all
pretzel and
mixed
yogurt
together.
and this and that, nuts and
Oh.
bars and
Nuts
creamy
and
bits.
stuff and nuts and gum. That's my favorite.
Yeah, the nuts start you crunching and the gum keeps you chewing.
Yeah, well, it kind of disintegrates like that. I think that was from The Simpsons. Nuts and gum. That's my favorite. Anyway, here we are. This is actually a nice break for me. I hurt.
Have you had a hurtful week, Kelly?
Just a lot of lifting, packing. Attended a wedding on Saturday, this past Saturday, and I danced.
I hate it when they
was
make you
lovely.
move boxes at a wedding.
You know, it wasn't like that. There were no boxes to be moved at the wedding. However, there was lots of love and laughter and music and dancing, and it was great fun. So there you go.
I myself did a double whammy this week. The Preakness, the King's Gold. What I did was the barber and the dentist. I went to the barber and the dentist in the same week. And at the dentist, I was thinking, I'm glad the barber isn't like this. I'm glad the barber doesn't dig the dirt out of every follicle and tell you that you're not brushing your hair enough.
Wasn't it way back in the day that the barber and the dentist were the same thing? Weren't they
And
like
the pharmacist
surgeons or
and the
something?
surgeon
Yeah.
and also
Yeah.
I believe the local priest, all the same fella.
It's a busy guy. A lot of
Well,
humors,
Kelly,
a lot
it's
of body
time for our
humors.
opening segment, Conversation Starters, sponsored this week by Get Her There. Tonight's Conversation Starter comes from the Arbor Company, providing a list of conversation techniques and starters for the elderly. Kelly, what was your
Oh,
favorite
okay.
vacation when you were a kid? What was the favorite vacation you took when you were a kid?
Favorite. Wow, that's a tough one. It's a tie. It would be Disney World when I was 10. And it would be Mackinac Island in Michigan. We went to Mackinac Island a few times, but I love it there. One of my most favorite spots. But Disney World, I think, was the funnest.
What
absolute funnest I ever
what are
did.
the attractions of Mackinac Island?
Mackinac Island is it's an island where there are no cars, so it's horse-drawn and bike there. There's an old fort there. Fort Mackinac used to be.
Fort Mackinac Island, the no cars, no bicycles fort.
Yep, no cars, no it's historical homes. It has a very small population, and you can only get to the island by ferry. So it's a nice getaway. The locals there, they call the people who are tourists fudgies. And the reason why they're fudgies is because fudge is sold everywhere on Mackinac Island. So the
Oh.
tourists are called the fudgies. And then
Well,
if
we're
you
not the
take-
ones selling it. I mean, to be honest,
No,
you guys
no,
are
no.
the fudgies.
Well, it is what it is. and
That's a-
so and then the other thing too, if you take the Mackinac Bridge from the lower
It's like
peninsula to
Disneyland calling all of its tourists the rides.
the rides. And if you take the Mackinac Bridge from the lower peninsula to the upper peninsula, the folks that live in the lower peninsula are named the Trolls by the folks in the upper peninsula because we live under the bridge. Yeah.
Wow.
There you
Well,
go. How about you?
For
How about
me,
you?
the first vacation that comes to mind was my first trip to Disneyland, which was also my first trip to Las Vegas. For some reason, we flew from Kansas City to Las Vegas, stayed one
Mm-hmm.
night, and then rented a van and drove to Disneyland, where I think we also spent just one night. These days, I stay for literally as long as I can in both places.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we went to Disney World. I've never been to Disneyland.
Well, Disneyland
And
is like Disney World, only smaller, but inside
Right.
of a city.
Oh, okay. The main attraction, the one attraction that I wanted, was absolutely desperate to see when we went to Disney World, was the Haunted Mansion, and it was closed for repairs.
What? Well,
I
that's how
know.
it goes. Don't get your hopes up for any of those rides, especially now, because to get on any ride at Disneyland now requires a PhD and lots of planning. Janice
Okay.
and the Dozens, please tell us about your favorite childhood vacations. And while you're at it, please consider supporting Here All Week on Patreon. Join our Baker's Dozen and get early access to videos of our podcast, as well as outtakes, news, and more. The link is in the thing.
James, I don't know if you're excited. Top Gun Maverick is out.
How excited do I look?
You don't.
Well,
I don't know if you're a Top Gun fan.
I just recently watched Top Gun again for some reason. I guess I knew the sequel was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't know for sure if I had ever seen it before, so I'm not sure again is the right word. But I watched it a few weeks ago. It was okay. Uh, I don't need another one, but I know that there are people who make movies who need there to be another one.
Well, it's a sequel that is occurring 36 years later. There you
And
go.
is Tom
Including
Cruise now going to be the older instructor who falls in love with a recruit and can't,
he, uh,
date them ethically, but does anyway? I mean, what's Tom Cruise's role 36 years later? Or is he still the same guy doing the same things?
I don't know. He's still called Maverick, and because hello, Top Gun Maverick.
Well, right, he's still the same
Um,
character, I know, but I mean, like, is he an instructor, which would make sense, or is he still flying missions? I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea.
So that's
I'm trying
that's
to.
just it. If I really cared, if I really wanted to know what delights would be brought to me by this film, I would want to see
Tom
it.
Cruise. Tom Cruise is the delight. You
I know,
can.
but I'm like I think I marathoned the Mission Impossible last year. I've had all the Tom Cruise I need.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
You know, the
Also,
Joko
doctors.
the Joko Cruise used to be called Joko Cruise Crazy after a Jonathan Colton song called Tom Cruise Crazy, where he's crazy for Tom Cruise.
Oh.
And over time, they decided to change that name. I think because there was no reason to get Tom Cruise involved in this whole thing.
Okay. Staying on the vein of movies, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness as also released. And according to some of the reviews, it says might be the most insanely Marvel movie ever.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, lazy intertextuality is the mode of the day. And of course, when you make a multiverse movie, you can reference not only every other movie you have made, but every
mhm.
other thing that might have happened if you had decided to do something else. So, yeah, we did go see Multiverse of Madness last weekend, and it's, I don't know. It's the last episode of WandaVision. I don't know what it is. It's a mess. It's a hot mess. And if you love lazy intertextuality, like the kids do these days, you'll love it.
Well, I think basically if you throw in the multiverse that way, when the one story you started with starts to go off the rails, oh, you can say, boop, you start bringing in this character to try and revive it back. So I haven't yet seen it. It is on my list to go see. The other one I haven't seen and want to go see is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Right? And
And I don't know if
I'm
you've
told I
seen
need
that.
to watch that, and I'm told that I need to know nothing about it when I go in, so I
Okay.
know nothing about it.
I know
Except
nothing
that I
about it
need to
either. I
watch
know
it.
it's basically a kung fu
Don't
science
tell me I don't want to
fiction.
know. Don't tell me I got to know nothing about it before I go
Oh,
in.
come on. Come on.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Anyway, I don't know if that's a spoiler. I have no idea if
Right.
it's a spoiler,
Like
but
there's
it's
some
it's
things
an
it doesn't matter if you spoil. If I told you anything about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, there you would only pretend to care that I had spoiled it for you. But I think there are some movies that you don't want to give away the ending of. I would tell you which ones they are, but that in itself is a spoiler.
I will say nothing more about it. I will say nothing more about it. It looks like I had heard on the wind that Elon Musk may be looking for a way out of buying Twitter,
I know
basically
we've
saying,
announced on this show that he's bought it, that he's backed out, and now he's there's no telling what's going on with that deal.
I don't know.
I
I don't know either.
get your act together. It's only $45 billion. Like you either want this thing or you don't. You know,
It's 44. It's
make
44.
wind or get off the pot, Elon Musk.
Well, he was saying that there's something that he may be able to use the excuses that there are too many bots on it, and I think part of it is too is that he saw his Tesla stock tank when he said he was going to buy it because he was going to liquidate part of that as far as to use it. And I think people are like, no, no, thank you. So I think he might be trying to find a way to wiggle himself out of this sale, but I don't know. Everything's up in the air right now. I don't know. I have no idea.
What I love about it is all of this is just exemplary of good business. It's all just it's thinking straight. It's making a good plan. It's doing your due diligence before you announce it to the world on Twitter that you're buying Twitter.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, just take away his money. I don't care anymore. Just anyone who is famous for being rich, they need to just have their money taken away, even before they do anything dumb. Just Just let him
Just
have as
take it
much as
away.
the rest of us. Make do
You're
with a
done.
few $1 million, Elon Musk.
Yep.
Let's see
Like
what
the
you
rest of
might do
us.
with that. Work a little harder now and then.
Yes, as I would like to make do with a couple of $1 million. So
Exactly.
hopefully that happens. Did you? It was cloudy here. Were you excited about the blood moon that we were not going to see?
I don't even
That's the
follow
eclipse.
moon news. Like I see
Okay.
eclipse news and blood moon news, and I'm like, it's gonna be overcast in Seattle. I don't even
Yeah.
tell me when the moon is. I'll see
Yep.
people on Facebook post pictures of the moon. Of course, I have friends in town who are like, thanks for the pictures of the moon. We can all live vicariously through others. Okay, that's fine
Well, I
too, I
mean
guess.
that's
I don't need the moon news. Well, because it's cloudy. I We got sun breaks yesterday, which is, you know, uh, it's raining and sunny at the same time. We got some of that.
right. Right. And this, when I moved here, I had never heard the word sunbreak before, and it's
Yeah,
absolutely true.
it's like having 17 words for snow. Like if you're desperate for the sun, you'll call sunny that moment when there's a break in the clouds.
It's a sunbreak. Run outside. It's a sunbreak. Um,
Blah! That's the only
I
vitamin
have.
D I get for a week.
So I know gas is going up. The other day it was 501 at the station near my house. I
Uh-huh.
don't know what
Yeah.
you're seeing in your neighborhood, but it's definitely more. And
I don't buy
it's
gas. I don't know.
you don't buy gas, do you? Because you just
Not really. So my family has two Priuses,
okay.
and mine lives in Las Vegas. Um, and I fill it up about once every 4 months. And do I
Mm-hmm.
know how much I paid when I filled it up last? No, I don't.
Nope.
And
Of
and
course you don't.
Carol uh, it fills up the car that's here because she has some grocery store coupon thing that she does. She lets it get as empty as possible, and then she gets the biggest discount that she can by, I don't know, collecting paper receipts or doing a little dance at the pump. I don't know how it works, but I'm always in trouble when I don't do it. So I don't know how much she pays ever.
Okay. It's not
And when I
something that you
drive
sit
by
at.
a gas station, I don't notice the price because I'm just not tuned in. It's like
Oh,
moon news. It's for somebody
moon news.
else.
I don't care. I don't care. Moon news. It's up there. I know it is. I just never see it because of the clouds. Thank you very much.
I don't want to give the
Jane,
impression, Kelly, that I don't care about anything. It's just that we've managed to touch on a lot of topics today that
yes,
I
we
don't
have.
care
So
about.
your carrying bucket is now empty. So I am going to turn the conversation to you and ask how your week was.
I did what I promised last week. I got into the wood shop. I actually chopped up some things and glued them back together and then turned them sideways and chopped them up again and glued them back together again. And now they're called cutting boards. I had some wood scraps that I actually glued together like 2 years ago, the last time I was really in the shop. And they were these skinny little strips, and they glued together terribly. And I just sanded the hell out of them until they were kind of flat and then chopped them up. Um, but the reason I was in there was that I wanted to make boards for a game called Tablero that I just put up on Crab Fragment Labs not too
Hmm.
long ago, and I it's a cute little pub game, and I wanted to have a nice wooden set to take with me on the road this summer to play it some more to see if either I could get good at it or make the rules better or whatever. So I made some boards and a cutting board, and then I was like still rolling, and so I found a bunch of scraps that were trapezoids. They're scrapazoids.
Okay.
Um, when I made tack sets like 3, 4, 5 years ago, whatever, I had this two-tone block of wood that I had made. It had light and dark wood in the same piece, right? Because it was a weird cut of a weird tree. And I
Okay.
had made sets out of the purely light and purely dark pieces, but I had a whole bunch more of these trapezoidal, uh, you know, sticks that changed color halfway through, and I had just set them aside because I don't need a game piece that's half both colors. So I glued those together and cut them up and glued them together again. I'm making some cutting boards that are made out of stacked trapezoids. They're kind of cool.
Okay. How
Yeah.
did it feel to work with the tools and the wood and stuff? What did you find you got yourself into kind of a zen moment?
I felt manly and serene. No, it was loud and dusty like it always is, but it's nice to put the final polish on the
Hmm.
piece. It's nice to get it down to the 220 grit sandpaper and get it nice and smooth around the corners.
Super smooth, yeah.
I bought an 1/8 inch radius round over bit for my router table, which is almost the same as just sanding it a little longer, but it's kind of nice to put that little round edge on all
Mm-hmm.
the sides of the boards. And yeah, I've been finishing everything with this beeswax and mineral oil that's, food safe
Yeah.
in case people put their game boards in their mouth.
Uh, Apparently, your game boards have to come with a warning then.
They're so
So
delicious looking, Kelly. It's
I'm sure
it's
they
uh,
are.
it's bird's eye
Honeyed.
maple and sapelli, and it's the
Ah,
chatoyance is off the hook.
chatoyance.
Yeah,
What is chatoyance?
that is a woodworker's word. It means like a cat's eye. It means that you can see into the wood a little bit, and it changes
Yes.
color as you tilt it back and forth.
Got it.
Hmm.
Chatoyance. Write that
Hmm.
down. Is it an SH or a CH? Anyway, I'm
Well,
just going to phonetic it. Chatoyance. Okay, got it.
unlike most French words, chat, cat, starts with a C,
Starts
just
with a
like it
C.
sounds.
Okay, just like it sounds. This week for me, it's boxes. There are now towers of boxes in the house, and plowing through all sorts of stuff, giving away all sorts of stuff. There was a lovely break in the middle of, excuse me, in the middle of packing. Like I said, I went to a friend's wedding, and this person I've known quite a while. As a matter of fact, I met him at Amazing Society when we worked together. Our
Hmm.
friend Pro, he was our QA lead.
Oh, I saw
And
pictures from Pro's wedding. Indeed.
yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun. Now, Pro, of course, our audience, I don't think is familiar with Pro. Pro is very much a Star Wars geek, a movie geek, um, that nerdy role playing games, you name it. He's a true nerd and embraces that wonderfully. And he found a woman who is so compatible with that. She too is a nerd and movies and role playing games, and so perfect match for them. And the wedding was. Since Prodipto is Indian, they're beautiful saris and traditional dress and bright colors. The women had mendi all over their hands, and it was really lovely. But Pro comes down with like a huge king turban on. He's splendid in his red and gold silk clothing, big sword in his hand, and the music that's playing is this huge emotional music like elephants screaming. Whee! So it was a great show. It was really a great spectacle and a great show. And then stormtroopers came into the reception. So there were stormtroopers at the reception. The wedding party had lightsabers, so there were pictures with that. It was so much fun, and I gave the gift of singing 4 songs at the prelude before the ceremony too, at least. So they picked out 4 really
Oh,
lovely
that's right.
songs.
You
And
were preparing your songs last week.
yeah, yep, I picked out 4 lovely songs
How
and
did they
sang.
go?
And
Did you say all the words correctly?
I did. I did say all the words correctly. I'm
And
glad I
did you
had a
find out that
rehearsal.
you forgot the songs entirely or forgot to put on pants or any of those things we dream about?
Fortunately, no.
That's
What
so
I
good.
did know. What I did notice, though, is when I woke up the morning of the wedding, apparently I was stressing out because I clench my teeth when I sleep. And so my jaw was really, really sore because I was
Yep.
really nervous about it. But I made it through, and it was really fun. And it was a nice break to have that break in the middle of the week of all the boxes. So
When I
there
was
we go.
performing regularly, I used to get very stressed out before the most important shows. I would do those shows as sick as I get because I would be worried about doing them right. What a
Hmm.
terrible feedback loop that is.
It's it's annoying. It's for sure. I haven't performed publicly like that since the beginning of COVID. I mean, I was
Hmm.
doing public performances regularly, but so this was really quite nerve wracking. I was really surprised at the rehearsal dinner the day before. As I'm standing there, we're testing the equipment, we're doing the songs. You could hear the nerve in my voice. My vibrato was way off and my breathing control was way off. And I'm like, what is going on? I haven't had this feeling like this in a long time. So it's a awful feedback loop. I totally agree.
But you
Let's
made it
take a
through
break.
it. You did a good job, and everyone enjoyed it and had a
It
wonderful
was
time at the wedding.
memories were created, new friends were made. It was excellent. We're going to go take a little break for ourselves and um, hear something from our
We'll see
sponsor.
you again
We'll
shortly.
see you again shortly. It's like this. I can't get a full breath. Why am I nervous? Oh, okay. This episode of Here All Week is brought to you by Get Her There, the overnight fulfillment service.
Hey, fellas, are you tired of waiting for your package to arrive?
Ladies, are you sick of delivery boys who can't follow instructions?
Next time, try shipping your package with Get Her There, the overnight fulfillment service from Don Lavoiture.
If you're like most men, your faith in the post has been shrinking every year.
It's not your fault. The modern mailroom handles more traffic, more lost items, and more customer complaints than ever before.
But that's no reason to get a little behind in your delivery schedule.
Now you can get help from the shipping professionals at Get Her There.
Get Her There helps your package get where it's going, right on time, and satisfaction is guaranteed.
Are you confused by new regulations and fulfillment rules?
Do you need help navigating the complicated web of size and weight restrictions, approved labeling, and surprise handling fees?
Trust your next consignment to the experts at Get Her There.
Our packagineers... Fuck. You did it again, James. You put it in there.
Just for you.
Thank you. Our packagineers are on hand 24/7 to deliver your package with style.
Do you have questions about our guaranteed fulfillment?
Are you shipping domestically or overseas, prohibited or oversized goods?
Does the receiver accept deliveries at all times and in all locations?
Does your package need any special handling?
Do you have any specific instructions for the carrier to keep your package from falling into the wrong hands?
Ladies, make sure to give your partner accurate directions to your post box.
And men, always verify the zip, use adequate cushioning, and make sure your package is wrapped safely.
The operators of Get Her There are available to help right now with fulfillment experts who can talk you through the most complicated services.
Deliver your goods faster than ever with our preferred account. You'll get discounts for multi-way shipping, hand sorting, and deliveries in hard-to-reach areas.
Sex jokes suck.
Insert video of Beavis and Butthead.
And if you're a package expert, consider applying for a job with us.
Get Her There offers, well, bloop, bloop. I think you didn't say expert either. Let's try both of those again.
Okay, let's do it again. And if you're a package expert, consider applying for a job with us.
Get Her There offers flexible hours and deep discounts on the services you use most.
So whether you're delivering a pencil or a pachyderm, make sure she gets there with Get Her There, the overnight fulfillment service from Don Lavoiture.
Get Her There on time, every time, with Get Her There.
We are also America's first choice for delivering top round, sirloin, skirts, rump, T-bones, and every other kind of steak. Just remember to follow safe handling instructions and never leave fresh meat unattended. A pencil or a pachyderm.
Good advice. Good advice. Never leave that fresh meat unattended. Whoa!
Hey-o.
Hey-o. A pencil or a pachyderm?
Package.
It means elephant.
It means exactly. It means
But it's alliterative.
Do I burp it? I mean, what do I do with that?
Press the air out, close it firmly.
Close
and
it
it's
firmly.
Ready to shut.
Oh, James, I'm going to throw some trivia at you today.
I'm ready.
This is from www.funtrivia.com.
Oh, this is trivia that's fun. I'm excited.
It's fun. Instead of like the other trivia is what we always have, which are not fun. Okay?
Well, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give you a quote, movie quote, and you're going to tell me the character or the movie that it was from, okay?
Awesome.
Traveling through space ain't like dusting crops, boy.
I don't know if Darth Vader's right and we all have a destiny, or if Lieutenant Han is right and we're going to find ourselves floating home. Maybe it's
That's right.
both.
Lieutenant Han,
Lieutenant
you don't have
Han.
no legs.
That's who that is. You got magic legs.
You got magic legs, Lieutenant Han.
Then I went up to the Death Star again, and I got to meet
Again.
Darth Vader again.
Again. What a mashup.
Yeah,
Tell me that you love me.
that's around Force Run. That's an oldie
Yeah.
but a goodie.
That's the Forrest Gump one. I love you, Leia. I have loved you all the time, Leia.
uh, the force is strong in my family. My father has it. My sister has it. Who's your sister? You are. Okay.
You are.
You are. Okay.
All right, we're going to roll into the next one with the actor from Forrest Gump on our mind. Houston, we have a problem.
Well, that's, I believe, real dialogue from the real world, but Tom Hanks does it in Apollo 13. Thank you for
He
calling
does.
Houston's Mission Control Technical Support Hotline para Espanol Marque Ocho.
Oh, okay. I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania.
Oh, that would be one of the top 10 musicals of all time, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That is,
Correct.
the character's name is Frankenfurter.
Correct. Played by the fabulous Tim Curry. Okay. Cargo ship destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks. With a little luck, the network will pick me up.
Oh, that's the end of Alien. That's Ripley, isn't
Correct. That is. This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo, signing off. Yes.
it? Yep.
Alien.
If you
The
don't count
United
the cat makes it too.
The cat makes it. The United States government just asked us to save the world. Anyone want to say no?
Is that Independence Day?
It's in the vein of those
Could
movies.
be any of those damn films, but I'm not familiar with that one. What is it?
Armageddon. It's about the asteroid.
Yeah.
It's
If I
about
ever
the size
if I
of
ever
Texas.
saw Armageddon, it was once.
Okay, I've only seen it once too.
I need
This, of
I
course,
need more of those Top Gun style, shop class, feel good, lose a finger kind of movies. It's going on the top of my watch list.
Okay, this one you're going to know anyway. Everybody knows this one. By Grabthar's hammer, by the sons of Warvan, you shall be avenged.
By Grabthar's hammer,
Hammer.
what a savings!
I say that in the store all the time when I see sales. By Grabthar, what a savings.
All right, let's see. Alan Rickman is the actor, and the character name is. I don't know. It's from Galaxy Quest. I'm blanking.
It
on
is
the
from a
character's
Galaxy
name.
Quest. Sir Alexander Dane.
That's
the
his
character's name.
No, what's the
Yes.
yeah? But he plays a character in the show in the movie who has a name that's more familiar than that. What's the?
No. Well, the name of the character that says the line by Grabthar's hammer, literally the actor's name.
Yeah,
Alan Rickman's actor's name is Sir Alexander Dane.
right. But he goes around getting called the character from the show. All right, we can look that up later. But yes,
We can look that up later. Great.
a fine movie that I watch at least once a year, and it's fine.
Okay, so this is a dialogue, so I'm going to use the names of the people doing the dialogue. He's a man from outer space, and we're taking him to his spaceship, said by Elliot. Well, can't he just beam up? Said by Greg. This is reality, Greg, said by Elliot.
Nope.
It's E.T.
Wow. Yeah, I saw that when it was new. I saw that on a date when I was in high school.
Did
so
you?
I remember nothing about the movie, and I've never seen it since then. All I know about E.T. is that somewhere along the line, the policeman's shotguns got replaced digitally with walkie-talkies.
Oh,
That's
I didn't know
literally
that
the
little
only
bit.
thing I know about E.T.
I didn't know that at all. Huh. Okay. You see their young enter through the ears and wrap themselves around the cerebral cortex.
I watched that last night.
Did you?
No, because I watched Picard. I watched Picard season 2 because, spoiler alert, a friend of mine shows up in the last episode, and it was such a mixed bag. It was like Multiverse of Madness, but spread out over 10 episodes, and it left me wanting to watch all of the other things that it references, including the Wrath of Khan. And so I immediately was just like, let's watch Wrath of Khan. I know that movie is solid gold, and it absolutely is. It's so good.
And it doesn't disappoint when you watch it over and over again. It's still really a great fun.
No, I
movie.
watched a breakdown of the music and the editing and the bomb under the table, specifically in the first combat scene in that movie where Khan is piloting the Reliant, flying under friendly colors, but not talking on the radio. And Kirk is like, "What's going on? Why? What should we do?" That lovely tense little battle at the beginning of that movie is very well constructed. There's certainly plenty of parts of that movie and Star Trek in general that require a lot of suspension of disbelief, but nevertheless, they're still classics and very good, and that's why they get referenced. The Kobayashi Maru gets referenced in every Star Trek ever, right?
Sure.
How many times does that show up in the canon now? And it's all because of that movie.
Got it. Excuse me. One last one. I've just been down the gullet of an interstellar cockroach. That's one of 100 memories I don't want.
That's Men in Black #1.
It is, and it's Agent K, played by Tommy Lee Jones.
Kay, have you ever flashy thing to me? No.
No, that's when he basically announces his intention to retire.
To retire,
So-
yeah. And so,
So-
of course, like any other damn sequel, they immediately start by trying to pull him out of retirement. Spoiler alert for
course.
Star Trek 3.
Okay. So anyway, James, you did a great job on this. I think this is right in your wheelhouse, movie quotes and all that stuff. I feel confident in you to go forth in the world and share your movie knowledge.
I even know what a wheelhouse is. Do you know what a wheelhouse is?
A wheelhouse is on a boat.
That's right. It's where the
Yeah.
captain stands to,
where the
to
captain
get out of the
stands.
rain and steer the boat.
It's on the boat, Dan.
boat.
Folks, thank you so much for joining us today. Let's see. Like and subscribe. We're on YouTube. Become a patron. Become part of our Baker's Dozen. We love our Dirty Dozens and our Baker's Dozens. We appreciate you spending your time with us. As always, your time is precious. I know that. James knows that. And so thank you for spending it with us. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your friends, your family, your community, your neighbors. We're all going through it. My name's Kelly Wright.
And I'm James Ernest, and we're here all week.